O Attic shape, fair attitude, with breed of marble men and maidens overwrought, with forest branches and the trodden weed, thou, silent form, dost tease us out of thought, as doth eternity. Cold pastoral, when old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain, in midst of other woe than ours, a friend to man, to whom thou sayest, beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all ye know on earth and all ye need to know. There are one or two vocabulary points here. Attic means from Attica, that's the area around Athens. Breed is an old form of braid, that is to say braiding or embroidery, in other words decoration, ornamentation. And a pastoral is an ideal representation of country life. The first part of the stanza talks, once again, about what the urn is, and there's a fair bit of playing around with language in there. There's the alliteration of marble men and maidens, leading up to that word overwrought, which on the one hand suggests that the breed or braiding is highly decorated, too ornate even, and on the other suggests that the maidens are in a state of emotional excitement. And there's also that pun on the word breed, carrying as it does the idea of a race of men and maidens. And the second part of the stanza focuses, again, on what the urn does, contrasting it with the misery of the real world, in which the present generation will be wasted by old age, and future generations will have their own woe, their own sorrows. The urn, by contrast, teases us out of thought. This is an example of the negative capability, the ability to stop rationalizing and lose oneself in a sense of beauty and wonderment for which Keats is famous. This is an idea he develops at the end of the poem, saying that the message of the urn is that beauty is truth, and that truth is beauty, and we don't really need to know anything else in this life. There's probably been more debate about these last two lines than about the whole of the rest of the poem put together. For some, these last lines successfully express the aesthetic sensibility of a poet who seeks a form of truth that exists beyond rational thought, while for others they represent a failure on the part of the poet to capture the deeper message of the poem, which is that we cannot escape from this world of pain and suffering into a world of beauty and imagination, because in that world too there will be suffering. There's no right or wrong way to understand this. It's simply something for each individual to think about, which in the end I suppose is what poetry and literature are all about. Not to give us answers, but to give us something to think about.